We can all finally celebrate together because fall is finally here. My favorite time of the year. Actually, it's a toss-up. I like spring as well. I've always loved spring, and I feel like as I get older, I appreciate fall a little bit more, especially now that I live in North Carolina where like the leaves change and the weather actually changes. Like, it's so stinking excited, but that is not related to this video. I mean, it kind of is because these are my favorites for the month of September. It is now October, which blows my mind. Like, honeymoon this month. Oh, so exciting. October is going to be a really good month. Plus it's Halloween time, which who doesn't love Halloween time? Like, just so many fun things going on between now and the end of the year. It's like there's going to be tons going on. I got my hair cut, if you guys haven't seen already. This is the first video that you will be seeing of mine where my hair is short and straight. I kind of like flip it under a little bit. So like when I have the hair straightener, I like pull it through and then like kind of turn it a little bit to kind of like give it a little bit of fluffiness at the bottom. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to style it. I wish I knew how to use like a big round brush with my blow dryer because I feel like that would make it a little bit easier, but this is the shortest I've had my hair since I was in 4th grade, you guys. I kind of told myself after my wedding I was going to cut my hair, give it a well-needed trim, and I ended up cutting it a little bit shorter than just a trim. And in fact, I kind of want to go even shorter. I think I might next time have her cut it because right now it's at the length where it kind of looks like I'm trying to grow it out. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look like I got a haircut. It looks like I'm trying to grow it out. Like, it's not quite short and it's not quite long. It's kind of like at the medium length level. And it also reminds me a lot of my mom's hair, which isn't a bad thing, but like, I kind of want it to be a little bit shorter because if it was a little bit shorter, I feel like I'd be more of like the trendy short haircut. You know what I mean? Like maybe right here. I don't know. We'll see, but I've been loving my hair so far and it's just so soft and so just like, it looks so thick and so full and so much healthier than it did before. So anyways, I thought I would address that, but let's hop into the products that I loved this past month. I have a lot this month. I know I kind of started this year out with only talking about like 5 products a month, but I had so many this month and I didn't want to narrow it down. So I'm gonna hop into it because I'm gonna be talking for a long time. And I also have some non-makeup products that I think I'm gonna talk about first. So the first non-makeup product are these babies right here, Rafis. Have you guys ever heard of Rafis shoes before? I didn't realize that these were like a thing. So there's a couple ladies at work that like were talking about Rafis and I was like, what's Rafis? And they were like, oh, it's these really cute shoes. And I was like, oh, is this like that LuLaRoe thing? Or like, am I gonna have to go and like, is someone gonna try to, no, I'm not about all that, you know what I mean? And so anyways, I went onto the Rafis website. So it's not like one of those LuLaRoe lip sense things. It's actually like an online company, you know what I mean? They sell shoes and these shoes are made out of recycled water bottles. How crazy is that, right? The threads are actually made out of recycled water bottles and they're washable. You can throw them in the washing machine and they're flexible and they are so comfortable, you guys. They feel like socks. It's crazy. They're so incredibly soft and comfortable and just wearable. And the bottoms are made out of rubber, so like you can, you know, they're not socks, but they feel like socks. And the insoles you can take out and you can buy multiple insoles or, you know, whatever, and you can wash them. And they come in so many cute colors, you guys. They have like seasonal ones, so they have like a leopard print one that I am dying to try. This is the just like standard flats version, but they also have pointy-toed and loafers. So I think next I want to get the pointy-toed leopard print ones. But you can easily get sucked into these because they're so comfortable and like you can wear them to work. They're professional enough to wear to work. I've worn these to work all the time. The ladies at work wear them every single day. Or you can wear them on the weekend. And I think because it's turning into more summer or fall, winter, you're gonna want closed-toed shoes because it's gonna get cold outside, and these are perfect, you guys. So these are the capped toe version, I believe is what they're called. It just reminded me a little bit of plaid. I've worn these with everything, black, gray, purple. Like they're just so versatile, so multi-purpose. And they're almost like, they're stretchy. So they're almost like, I don't want to say they're elastic because that sounds bad, but they're just, trust me, you guys, they are the most comfortable shoes in the entire world. I highly recommend you check them out. They have so many fun colors. They have like an emerald color, they have red, they have patterns, they have styles. I also have a $20 off link that I'll link down below for you guys. It's not commissioned. This is not sponsored, anything like that. I literally found out about this from people from work. If you do purchase using my link, I get $20 and you get $20. So just kind of being upfront with you guys about that. But that's how I bought mine. I used a coworker's link. I got $20 off. She got $20. And yeah, definitely check those out. I talked about those for like 3 minutes, so sorry about that. Next non-makeup thing is a bracelet. Now, a lot of these products you may see in an upcoming PR haul, but I've been using them a lot. So I don't know, I just kind of like to do things that way. But this is a bracelet from the brand NOGU. I actually haven't worn this because I plan on gifting this to my mom. But I just think that this, I had to talk about this because it arrived via PR at the perfect time. Our family dog passed away and this came in the mail a couple of days later. It's absolutely crazy because I didn't say anything about it on like social media or anything like that. It's just kind of weird how sometimes stuff like that happens. It's kind of like, whoa, how did they know? But it's a bracelet with a little doggy paw print on it. And it's really heavy duty, heavy quality like metal. It's rose gold. They also have it in silver and regular gold as well. But I just think that this is going to make the perfect gift for my mom. I'm throwing it in this video because I really wanted to tell you guys about it and also tell you how ironic it was that it arrived like right after our family dog passed away. So yeah, this was gifted to me via the company, but it's just crazy how it happened like that. So definitely wanted to talk to you guys about that. Now let's hop into the makeup. Holy cow. There's a lot of it. Actually, I have a couple of skincare things first. So I'm going to knock those out and then we'll talk about makeup. It's all sitting right here in front of me. 2 skincare things. This is the First Aid Beauty Acne Clearing Charcoal Cleanser. This was also a PR gift that Octoly and First Aid Beauty sent to me. But at first I was kind of like, acne, like I don't suffer from acne. Luckily, I have really good skin. But recently I've been using vitamin C day serums on my face, and I think it's breaking my skin out because I've had like little bumps on my forehead. So I've been using this for the past week or 2, and I do feel like it's definitely made a noticeable difference in the acne that I think the vitamin C serums is giving me. I don't know what's causing it, but it's definitely helped a lot, and a little bit goes a long way. You just need a teeny tiny bit. I squirt it on my Clarisonic, wash my face with it. Really been loving that. This I have to tell you guys about. It is so good. This is the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow AHA Resurfacing Night Serum. You guys, this is just as good, if not better, than the Drunk Elephant TLC Glycolic Acid Night Serum. They do the same thing, but this one is cheaper, plus it gives you a glowy after effect. So this is called Honeymoon Glow. It's crazy because I'm actually going on my honeymoon this month, so it's kind of like, oh, that was perfect. Another ironic thing, right? Just so weird. But yeah, so this does the whole resurfacing, gets rid of texture, makes your skin look nice, but on top of that, it leaves your skin glowy as well. So it's just like a better version of the Drunk Elephant. You get more in the bottle and it's cheaper. So definitely check it out. Pharmacy is such a good brand. It's a clean brand at Sephora, meaning there's no like weird parabens or things like that in it. And it's just so good. It also has BHA. AHA, BHA, flower acid blend to exfoliate and hydrate and give you glowiness because girl, it leaves your skin so nice looking. So had to tell you guys about that. You guys have to check it out. I've been using it like 3 times a week. So super good. And then this is kind of a skincare thing, so I'll tell you guys about this. It's the Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 setting spray. So I have oily skin, so something like this is not going to work well for me as a setting spray. But what I have been using it as is a refreshing spray. So like if I'm going out to dinner with Matt, or it's the end of the day and I just want to refresh my makeup, I will squirt this on my face and it just brings life back to my makeup, makes things look less patchy or dry or just old. You know how at the end of the day your makeup just kind of looks old? This refreshes everything, brings it back to life, and just smells really good. It smells like coconut water. I'll also sometimes use it to like squirt on my beauty blender. So if I'm doing my makeup and you know I need to I don't want to wet my beauty blender, but I want to give it a little bit of dampness, I will squirt this on my beauty blender. It smells so good. It smells like coconut, but not like overwhelming coconut, like just so good. It has coconut water in it, so that's probably why. Anyways, I will squirt it on the beauty blender, pat it on my skin, you know, whatever. It's been such a good kind of all-in-one like refreshing spray for me. It's kind of like, you know how people have like Evian in a bottle and you're like, what the heck would you ever use that for? This is like that, but better because it has the coconut water in it. It has probiotic-based ingredients and it revives your skin. Silicone-free, alcohol-free, oil-free. It's really good stuff, you guys. Loving that. It's kind of like a spin-off of their Hangover RX primer, which I don't use very frequently except for in the winter when my skin is really dry because again I have oily skin, but that was like made after that. So anyways, okay, hopping into makeup. I'm gonna start with face makeup. I have a foundation and a primer to talk to you guys about. I'm gonna talk to you about the primer first. So this is the CoverGirl Lid Lock-Up Eyeshadow Primer. I'm surprised with how much I really like this, you guys. I received this a little while back and I think I used it a couple of times and I was like, it's good, but it's not great. I kind of rediscovered this when I was decluttering my collection and I ran out of my NARS. I've repurchased the NARS, but it's in my backup drawer and I don't want to use it yet because of this. So I tried using this. I really like it, you guys. It kind of reminds me of the NARS with like the packaging and the doe foot, but it's thicker. So you put it on your eyelids and like I used it today. I used it to prime my eyes today. I use it every single day and it just primes your eyes so well. And it's because it's thicker, I feel like it does a better job even than the NARS. Dare I say that? I can't believe I just said that, but I've been loving that. As far as foundation goes, this is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. This is another thing I discovered when I was decluttering my collection. It's crazy the stuff you find that you forgot you had. I use powder foundation on a daily basis. The only time I'll use liquid foundation is on the weekends or special occasions, or if I have the time in the morning to use a liquid foundation, I will. But for the most part, powder foundations are just faster, they're easier to use, they're more practical for me in the morning when I'm getting ready for work. And this is one, I mean, this particular jar I've had for way too long, but it seems to be good still. It is so good, you guys. So here's what it looks like. It has like a little mesh net in the bottom, which I think this is one of the first products that had that design with the mesh net in the bottom. So prior to this, I used like Bare Minerals powder foundation, which had a plastic net. But this one has like a mesh net, so you can actually get your brush and push it in to collect more product, and it just works really well without getting the product everywhere. But aside from that, the actual foundation is so nice. It's not completely matte. It is definitely full coverage, but it almost has like a natural finish to it. And it melts into your skin, especially when you set it with something like the Urban Decay All Nighter, or if you refresh it with like your Too Faced. It looks so good. It melts into your skin, and as the day goes on, it looks better and better and better. And I've actually been complimented on several occasions by different people on my skin since I've been using this. So I don't know if it's like a combination of like this at nighttime, this in the day. Something about it, my skin has just looked better and glowy. And like I was in some store and the lady at the cashier was like, your skin is really nice. And that was the end of the day too, after I had this on for like 11 hours. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah, you have really nice skin. I was like, thank you. So it just looks so good and it's full coverage. It doesn't look like powder at all. It looks almost like a cream or a liquid. It just, if you like powder foundations, trust me and try this out. I wear the color Fair Light Neutral and it's perfect. Also, I feel like powder foundations are a little bit more forgiving in the color shade match range, so you can kind of get away with wearing a color that's not perfect if you need to, but this one matches me pretty dang good. So super good. I think I'm going to repurchase this when it's gone instead of the Kat Von D, which has been my go-to lately. So love that. I have a concealer to talk to you guys about. I think I mentioned this in my last favorites. I think, but I have to mention it again because it really is that good. It's the First Aid Beauty Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. I have the color 2, which I believe is fair, maybe light. I'm not really too sure, but this is really good. It might even be better than Tarte Shape Tape. Ooh, I can't believe I said that as well. But Tarte Shape Tape can be a little bit drying, especially if you layer it on. It just can look a lot bit like you're wearing a lot of makeup. This one doesn't. This one doesn't dry, it doesn't crepe, it doesn't cake. And they call it bendy because it's supposed to like move with your face, you know what I mean? And I truly think it does. It is definitely still full coverage, but it just looks more, I don't want to say hydrating because it's not, I mean it is hydrating, but it's not like shiny or like creamy. It's just full coverage, and it like moves with your face and it looks a lot better, and it just, it's so good. I think, so a lot of times when skincare brands try to make makeup or vice versa, they totally fail. But this is one where I think because First Aid Beauty started with skincare, they just did it well. They just made their concealer so well. I just love it. I used it today. I use it all the time. So there's that. Moving into eye products. Well, you know what? Let's stay on face for a while. I have one more face product to tell you guys about. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette. This is their holiday palette. They're coming out with another one. In fact, by the time this video goes up, that new one might be out already. So they're gonna have 2 holiday palettes this year. This is the first version of it. So here's what it looks like. And from what I can tell from the pictures, I think the new one is going to be better suited for darker skin tones, and this one is better suited for lighter skin tones. But basically this has like 2 setting powders, a bronzer, 2 blushes, and a highlighter all in one. It's a lot smaller than I would expect for the price, but Hourglass makes the best powder products ever, you guys. Like if you are looking for a setting powder that isn't dry, isn't too luminous, I mean there's something about it, like they're glowy, but they have an ambient lighting powder woven within them. So the ambient powder, it mimics the effects of natural lighting. So like candle lights or incandescent lights or dim light. The powders mimic the effects of those types of lighting situations and brings just like glowiness to your face and to your skin. I've loved Hourglass forever. Their blushes are my favorite. But what really drew me into this palette is I really wanted to try the bronzer. So the last bronzer I tried from Hourglass had like glitter chunks in it, and it was really orangey looking and I didn't like it. I got rid of it a long time ago. I did a video about it when it first came out. If I can find it, I'll link it down below for you guys. But this one doesn't have glitter in it, and it doesn't appear to be too orange. It's more of a neutral color. The only thing is it's a small pan, so I had to use a small brush. So today I used almost like a contour. I used this one right here, and I had to like, you know, it's different. I'm used to using big fluffy bronzer brushes. So anyways, I love it too. It just looks, I mean, look at that. I didn't use any kind of contour product or anything today. That's what I'm wearing as bronzer today. So there's that. And then this one, they have a peachy blush and a pinky blush. I used the peachy one today. Now there is a tiny bit of shimmer in the peach blush. Yeah, there's a tiny bit of shimmer in the peach blush, but it also has that ambient lighting. So it just looks, see how just like glowy it looks? The pink blush doesn't have any shimmer in it, but it does have the ambient lighting powder like woven in there. It just gives like a glowiness and a liveliness to your skin. This color right here is technically an all over face setting powder, but I've been using it to set my under eyes and it works amazingly. This color is the only one I'm not quite sure what to do with yet because it's too dark to use as a face powder. So I'm kind of like playing with maybe like roughly, very lightly contouring with it. I don't know, I'm still kind of playing with it, but this highlighting powder right here, it's actually a strobing powder. is what I'm wearing as highlight. This palette is really good. I could talk about it forever, but I'm gonna move on. Now I'll move into eye stuff. So I have 2 eyeshadow palettes to talk to you guys about. I actually tried a new eyeshadow palette today. I tried the Too Faced Gingerbread palette. Love that too, but it's not quite, I can't call it a favorite yet because I just tried it today, but it's really good. The Natasha De Nona Sunset palette, I wanted this forever and ever and ever and ever, and it finally came back in stock, and I purchased it during this last Sephora sale. But here's what the colors look like. If you need a good fall palette with really high quality shadows, this is the palette you're gonna wanna buy. The shadows are just so good. Natasha De Nona eyeshadows are probably the best eyeshadows ever. Like quality wise, color selection wise, finishes wise, they have mattes and shimmers and glitters, and just Natasha De Nona is the best. And this palette is like the perfect fall palette. I mean, look at this. This palette I was wearing in my Sephora haul. Actually, when I hauled this palette, I was wearing it, and it looks so good. The mattes blend so well, and it's just kind of like you can get the perfect fall look out of that. You can also do like subtle everyday looks with it too. So let me clarify, like you can definitely use this as your everyday palette too. You know, like this in the crease, that in the outer V, that all over the lid, that all over the lid. I mean, you can definitely get away with everyday looks with it too, but it's just like, oh my god, so good. And then I have the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. This is more of an affordable palette, by the way. This one is $129, way too much, but good. The Dominique Cosmetics palette, I believe, was like $40, so it's a little bit more affordable. And you can still get a good fall look with this. So what I like about this is it has a whole row of mattes right here, neutral colors. So you have like a really good crease color right here, a really good all over lid color right here. You have your deepening color right here, another deepening color right here. You have your orangey color right here to throw some fall looks in there. You have 3 sparkle colors right here, and the formula of these is so good. Like, look at that. It's just like such a good formula. The mattes are good. They're not as good as like a Natasha De Nona matte, for example, but the shimmers are probably just as good as Natasha De Nona shimmers. They're just so good and so like creamy, you know what I mean? So definitely love it. And I feel like the colors are realistic. They're wearable. Like everyone's gonna be able to wear this palette, you know what I mean? As far as the shimmers go, you have a rose gold, you have like a champagne, then you have like a more taupey color right here. It's perfect. And then you have a couple of pops of color, realistic pops of color, like a teal and a purple, realistic colors, you know what I mean? But I've been using this. This is kind of like my go-to everyday palette, whereas this is my more like fun fall palette, if that makes sense. I have a new eyeliner that I have been loving to death, you guys. And I was hesitant to talk about it because I have other eyeliners that are cheaper that I like just as much, but this is a new one that I also really like, if that makes sense. So the Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Coal is what they're called. Rock and Coals. This is the brown one. It's in the color Barbella Brown. The formula of these is so good, you guys. So creamy. I mean, you don't even have to really build it up. Like, it's just so creamy. This is what I'm wearing in my waterline today, but I've been wearing this every day on my lash line, my upper lash line, my lower waterline. It doesn't budge, it doesn't smudge. You can cry and this won't move. Like, it's so good, but you can also, like, there's a little window of time between the time you apply it and the time it sets where you can kind of get like a smudge brush and like smudge it out. And the color is perfect. It's one of those like not too brown, but not quite black. It's like a black brown. It's kind of like if you're somebody who's trying to maybe transition back into brown shadows. Like if you're anything like me, I used brown first. And then when I was like in my 20s, college, high school even, I started to wear black eyeliner, and I just kind of got stuck in this black eyeliner. Like I always wanted to use black eyeliner. And then as you get older, like now I'm in my 30s, well, I'm 30, you start to kind of want to tone down your makeup a little bit, and you can start by like switching from black liner to brown liner, just kind of making a more understated makeup look. Brown is also a little bit more like sultry and sometimes smoky, I feel like. So anyways, this is one of those colors where it's just kind of like that in between, like coffee color kind of. And once it sets, like, so you can smudge it a little bit, but once it sets, it is gold and it is not going anywhere. And it's just such a good eyeliner, you guys. I really, really like pencil eyeliners, and this is a really, really good one. It's kind of making me want to try more, but it's really expensive. But Charlotte Tilbury is now sold at Sephora, so it's more easily accessible. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's probably a horrible thing, but it's there, so you're welcome. The next thing I have is a mascara. So this is the Lancome Hypnosis Drama Mascara. So this was gifted to me by Lancome, and it came with the primer. Now the primer, I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't like the primer. I've used it a couple of times, and it's one of those white-based primers where I feel like it doesn't do anything to my lashes other than tint them white. And it's kind of like, once you tint your lashes white, no matter how much black you put on top of it, it's still gonna look gray. You know what I mean? And on top of that, I don't feel like it really does anything to my lashes. So I don't know about the primer, but the Hypnosis Drama Mascara, I can't remember if I've used this before in the past. I feel like maybe I have used it in the past, because when I look at the wand, it looks familiar to me. I just can't remember if I have or not. Anyways, it's so good. The wand itself is like an S shape, and I just feel like it really kind of gets into your lashes. You can use it on your lower lashes, your upper lashes. It is more of a wet formula, so keep that in mind. If you're somebody who likes more dry formulas, then you might want to open this, use it once, let it dry out a little bit, and then pick it back up in a couple of weeks, because once it dries out a little bit, in my opinion, it's a little bit better, but it doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge, it doesn't budge, and it's really good. It's really super good. So definitely wanted to mention that. I have a glitter to talk to you guys about. So MAC came out with this like Dazzle, what are these called? Dazzle Shadow Liquid line of glitters for your eyes. And I haven't heard anybody talk about these. And I don't know why, because they're really good. They remind me a lot of the Stila Glitter and Glows, but it's like there's a different color selection. So this one is in the color Every Day is Sunshine. And I have this one, and I have another one that's a little bit darker. This has been the one I've been wearing most frequently. So it just kind of looks like a glow on my hand. But what I love about it is you can throw it on your eyelids, and it's kind of like an effortless champagne-y glitter effect. Do you know what I mean? And you don't look too overdone, but you have glitter on your eyes. And it's kind of like, it's more intense than a powder shadow, and it just gives you a little bit of glow and just, I love it. It also isn't the kind of glitter that's gonna flake all over your cheeks. It's gonna stick to your lids, and you don't need a glitter glue or anything like that. I just apply it directly with the applicator, pop it on, and like today I was trying out the gingerbread eyeshadow palette, so I didn't pop this on my lid, but I feel like if I was doing this look without the intent of trying out a single eyeshadow palette, I probably would have popped this instead on my lid, because it goes with everything. This color specifically is really, really good. So, I mean, look at that. You probably could even use that as like a face highlight if you really wanted to. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I just love the fact that it's not chunky glitter. It's just really super pretty. So, one last product, and then I'm done. This is going to be the longest favorites video, I think, probably that I've ever filmed. So, thank you for sticking around. The last thing I want to tell you guys about is the Dose of Colors lip glosses. I heard about these from Jessica Braun, Jam Beauty 89, I believe is her name here on YouTube. I have been loving her videos. I've been watching them like crazy. I've been getting tons of inspiration from her. I just really, really enjoy her channel, so I guess that's a favorite too. But she talked about this particular lip gloss. It's in the color Messy Bun, and she was like, that's my favorite lip gloss. I love it. So they were on sale during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, which sadly is over now, but these were on sale for $10, so I picked this one up. Obviously, why not, right? And first of all, they smell divine. They smell like vanilla cake batter. Oh, they smell so good. And the formula is so nice. So it's not one of those sticky lip glosses. It reminds me a lot of the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip glosses. If I'm being honest, they're very similar formulas. This color, Messy Bun, is beautiful. It's like a mauvey rose pink. It's like a mid-toned mauve rose pink, I guess is kind of how you can describe that. And it's just perfect for everyday wear. So you can wear it alone, You can pop it on top of a lip gloss, or I'm sorry, a lip liner. And it's so good. I'm not going to put it on now because I'm wearing a liquid lipstick, and I actually really like this one too. This is the Too Faced Pumpkin Pie. It was the new one in their holiday set, so I'm not going to pop it on, but it's so good, you guys. Ugh. And it's one of those lip glosses that lasts a long time, but not all day, but like a decent amount of time, if you know what I mean. This one has a tiny bit of shimmer in it too. I didn't realize that. It's like a hint of shimmer in it, but you can't tell on the lips. So I've been loving that. It actually is inspiring me to check out more Dose of Colors. I haven't tried a lot of Dose of Colors stuff. I have a couple of their liquid lipsticks, but I know they have like eyeshadow palettes and like they have a whole bunch of stuff now. So it's kind of inspiring me to want to check them out. But yeah, you can get this at Ulta now too, which is good. So, okay, that is it. That is all. I have so much more I could talk to you guys about because I've just tried a lot of products lately. So I have so much more, but I'm going to stop there because I don't want this favorites video to be like a million years long, even though I love watching favorites videos. But yeah, let me know what you guys loved in the month of September, holy cow, in the comment section down below so that I can check it out if I haven't already. And let me know if you want to see like a dedicated video on any of these products. I kind of want to do a tutorial using the Natasha De Nona Sunset palette, but I just don't know, like, have you seen too many of those already? Like, is that even something you'd want to see? So something like that. I kind of want to do a more in-depth video about this too because I just really, really love the palette, but let me know in the comment section down below. Oh, don't forget to check out Rafis, you guys. So good, so good. And yeah, by the way, this video is not sponsored by any of these brands. I have never been sponsored before. I would love to be sponsored by somebody as long as I loved the brand, you know what I mean? But I think there's like a lot going on in the beauty community right now, and people think that anytime you mention anything, it's like you're being forced to mention it. No, these are all genuine like favorites that I've been loving, so keep that in mind. And yeah, I'm gonna go, but I hope that you guys have a lovely October, and I'll talk to you next time.